local girl. I grew up over in Longwood and went to Lake Mary High School, Greenwood Lakes Middle School, UCF in Orlando. And that was basically that. I've always been ambitious. I've always been an overachiever. But growing up, I always loved school and I loved learning. I really liked creative writing and I liked dancing and singing, any kind of performing arts. Never got into any theater or anything like that. So those were some of the things that kind of were formative for me for growing up. In school, I always kind of challenged myself and treated my schoolwork a little bit as a race, kind of gamifying the situation before it was cool. I took the opportunity to go to summer school to get ahead every year that I could. And that actually enabled me to graduate high school a year early. So that was very cool. Yeah, so I've always wanted to get ahead of the pack. And I remember when I turned 16, it wasn't enough to get one part-time job. I thought, well, I've just got all this time and now I've got my driver's license and, school wasn't very difficult for me, luckily. And so I thought, why don't I make money? So I remember at one point I had 3 part-time jobs. It was nothing earth-shaking. They were all very like cashier. They were very easy, perfect little first-time jobs. But I look back now and I think, for somebody that was from a middle-class family that didn't have, a lot of significant needs, that was pretty ambitious to have 3 jobs at one time just because why not? So that kind of started me, I think, on a trajectory to being a little bit of an overachiever. And instead of thinking, oh, I have to do this or, oh, I've got time off, I always thought with more of a challenging mindset of how much could I accomplish? How much could I do? Sky's the limit. How far could I go? And so luckily I used that thought process for good things and healthy things, not for like bad things. So that was good.